My name is Vivian Reyes. 58. Widowed 7 years. Mother to one daughter. Isabel, 26, brilliant, kind, the light of my life. On paper she was marrying Ethan Caldwell in 3 hours, handsome attorney, old money family, said all the right things about forever. I should have been pinning her veil, crying happy tears. Instead I stood frozen in my bedroom holding navy heels, stomach knotted so tight I could barely breathe. Something was wrong. I couldn't name it, but it lived under my ribs like a second heartbeat. The doorbell rang early, 7:42. Javier, our driver for 18 years, never rang early. I opened the door to find him pale, hands shaking. Mrs. Reyes, he said, voice barely above a whisper, get in the trunk. Now. I laughed once, nervous, disbelieving. Javier, what? Please. He stepped closer. Mr. Bernard made me swear. If anything ever felt off about Isabel's future, I protect her first. Even from herself. Trust me. 5 minutes. Bernard's name stopped my heart. My husband never asked lightly. I looked back toward the guest room where Isabel was humming while curling her hair. Then at Javier's terrified eyes. I followed him to the black Escalade parked behind the hedge. He opened the rear hatch. A wool blanket waited inside. Cover yourself completely, he said. They can't know you're listening. I climbed in, knees to chest, blanket over my head. The hatch closed softly. Darkness swallowed me. Engine started. Gravel crunched. We were moving. Isabel's voice floated from the front seat seconds later, bright, excited. Harvey, you're a lifesaver. Mom's still fussing with earrings. I told her I'd ride with you, less stress. Of course, Miss Isabel. Javier's tone was perfect neutral. She laughed. I can't believe this is happening. Ethan keeps texting me heart emojis. He's so sweet. My chest ached. Sweet. The car turned onto the highway. Isabel kept talking, venue details, honeymoon in Santorini, how Ethan surprised her with custom vows. Normal bride chatter. Then her phone rang. Hey, love, she answered, voice softening. I'm on my way. Speakerphone. Ethan's baritone filled the car, smooth, practiced. Babe, quick thing before the chaos starts. You still good with the post-ceremony paperwork? Isabel hesitated. Just a beat. Yeah. I mean, it's just routine, right? Joint accounts, power of attorney for the trust. Exactly, Ethan said. Your dad left everything clean. We signed today, merged the estates, and boom, financially bulletproof. No more probate nightmares. I frowned under the blanket. Bernard's estate had been settled years ago. No probate issues. No trusts needing merging. Ethan continued. My attorney's meeting us at the church. Quick notary stop after photos. 10 minutes tops. Isabel laughed lightly. You're so organized. I love it. Love you more, he said. See you at the altar. Call ended. Silence stretched 3 heartbeats. Then Isabel spoke, quiet, almost to herself. 10 minutes after photos, perfect timing. Javier's knuckles cracked on the wheel. I felt it then, the cold certainty that whatever came next would break us both. The car slowed, turned into a residential street I didn't recognize. Not the cathedral route. Harvey. Isabel's tone sharpened. This isn't the way. Small DT, Miss Isabel, he said calmly. Trust me. She laughed, nervous now. Okay, but don't make me late. The car stopped. Front door opened. Isabel stepped out. Wait here. I'll be right back. Door closed. Javier whispered through the seat back. Mrs. Reyes. Come out. Quiet. I pushed the blanket off. Blinked against sudden light. We were parked behind a modest ranch house, peeling beige paint, kid's tricycle on the lawn. Javier pointed. Watch the side door. Not the front. I crouched beside him behind the car. Seconds later the side door opened. Isabel stepped out, still in jeans and a hoodie, no wedding makeup. A man followed, mid-30s, tired eyes, faded t-shirt. He pulled her into a quick, desperate hug. Then a little boy, maybe 6, ran out and wrapped his arms around Isabel's legs. Mommy, are you really leaving today? My knees buckled. Javier caught me before I hit concrete. Isabel knelt, kissed the boy's forehead. Just for today, baby. Then Mommy and Daddy fix everything. No more hiding. Promise. The man, her husband, spoke low. Randall called again. If the money isn't wired by midnight. It will be, Isabel snapped. Ethan's family trust unlocks the second we sign the marriage certificate. Joint access. I transfer what we owe, we disappear. New names, new city. Randall gets paid. We're free. The boy looked up. Will Daddy come too? Isabel's face softened. Yes, sweetheart. All three of us. Together. I pressed both hands over my mouth. My daughter, my only child, had a secret family. A husband. A son. And she was marrying Ethan to steal from Bernard's legacy to pay off a loan shark. Javier whispered. Mr. Bernard suspected something 6 months ago. Asked me to watch. I followed her. Found this house. Found them. Why didn't you tell me? My voice cracked. Because you would have confronted her. She'd have lied, cried, made you doubt yourself. Mr. Bernard said, wait for proof she can't deny. Today is that day. I stared at the little boy hugging Isabel's legs. Innocent. Caught in her scheme. My daughter was a predator. And I had 3 hours to stop her from destroying 2 families, hers and mine. Javier's phone buzzed. Text from a contact at the cathedral, groom asking where bride is. Guests arriving. I straightened. We're going to the church. You sure? Javier asked. She doesn't get to say vows built on lies. Not in the same sanctuary where Bernard and I promised forever. Not in front of my friends, his friends, God. She doesn't get to win. We drove in silence. I sat in back now, dress still perfect, heart in pieces. The cathedral loomed, white stone, rose window glowing. Cars lined the lot. Guests streamed inside. Javier parked near the rear entrance. Side door to the sacristy. You can enter unseen. I nodded. Bring them, the husband and the boy. Security will let you through. I already called ahead. He looked at me a long moment. Mrs. Reyes, you're about to break your own daughter's wedding. You ready for what comes after? I met his eyes. I'm ready for what doesn't come after. A lifetime of lies. A stolen future. A little boy growing up thinking his mother's love was bought with someone else's pain. I stepped out. Navy dress catching the breeze. Head high. Inside, the organ played Pachelbel. Guests rose. Isabel would enter any minute. I slipped into the last pew. Waited. The music swelled. Doors opened. Isabel appeared. Ivory gown, cathedral veil, bouquet trembling slightly. She walked alone, her choice, to honor independence. Halfway down the aisle she saw me. Her step faltered. I stood. Every head turned. My voice carried clear across the nave. I object. Gasps. Whispers. Phones lifted. Isabel froze. Ethan turned, smile dying. Mom. Isabel's voice cracked. What are you? I walked toward the altar. Each step measured. This wedding cannot happen, I said. Because the bride is already married. Legally. For 6 years. To Brett Collins. They have a son, 6 years old, waiting in the sacristy right now. The cathedral exploded. Ethan staggered. What? Isabel's bouquet slipped. Roses scattered. I kept walking. I have the marriage certificate. Birth certificate. Photos. Bank records showing transfers you plan to make today, right after signing the marriage license.